seen Lennli play today, who do you have coming up victorious here?
Yeah, I mean, Lennli versus Malfunctionn is an interesting game. Malfunctionn is more of a moving player. I want to say Malfunctionn is up there as one of the best moving players. It's safe to say that. On the other hand, Lennli also got way better at moving than he was before. And that's really what it's most of the times coming down to in these formats, because you start off moving. But looking at these stats, I want to say Lennli has that advantage.
Definitely looks that way. 46% up against 41. Even in guessing times, though, we get to see them here on the overall leaderboard. Even amount of matches played, but Lennli sitting that far ahead currently, tied with Moo up at 24 points total. So for Malfunctionn, this would be a huge win to climb up the leaderboard. I mean, if he 3-0s here, that jumps him straight up into that top 20 that he would hope to get towards. But first, he'll have to best the German player Lennli.
Exactly. And we start off very urban here in what looks like Italy. I'm gonna say this.
We haven't really had Italy today.
No, not at all. And I'm missing Thailand. I'm missing Thailand. Because Thailand is also a country. And Denmark, of course.
There has to be one.
I feel like Thailand is a country you see a lot in a lot of maps.
At least last week, we had a lot of Thailand.
Oh, okay. That's where all the Thailand locations
Yeah, we used them.
Then.
We used them last week. Sorry.
Okay, then it makes sense.
Yeah. Today we've used all of the North American ones.
But yeah, first Italy round off today, just somewhere in the middle.
Not too much to write home about on that one.
Yeah. No.
What do we see here? Round number 2, out in the open.
We are in the open. It looked like that car was okay. Mind we are in France. Yeah.
And
again, town names that aren't useful at all.
Is that Lennli just plonking it? I didn't see if he actually zoomed in on the map there, or is that just like this is too generic a location?
Yeah, he's just doing the France guessing really.
Okay.
Going next by clicking metal.
Okay. Go Paris. Yep. Go next. Worst case, you lose a couple of points, but it's never going to be too bad, as he does actually come out and win this round. 72 damage done towards Malfunctionn. As we head on into the next round, both of these players hoping for some more spicy locations, and let's see where we get them. Well, we are going back towards
this time.
The east.
It is Cambodia, though. We have the Khmer language on that sign. We get a lineup from Malfunctionn. I don't know if she knows something. But to be fair, that's also something I always do. Just lining it up.
Might as
Maybe
well. I mean, you're given the extra 15 seconds to
look
work
at
with.
That.
Whoa! Wasn't from Penn initially, but goes north and strikes hard with it.
And those are the moments where lining up makes sense. Even if you don't know the city, you saw Malfunctionn looking into Phnom Penh. It wasn't there. Looked for a city with the right grid, with the right lineup, plunked it down last second. And that's how you gain a lot of points sometimes.
Nice adjustment. A big hit onto Lennli early on here. We'll see if he can turn things around.
We'll see. I mean, she isn't making it easy for Lennli. We are in Spain. We had a marker there, a road marker.
Yeah, I think they do. What is Lennli feeling?
So
still jumping around a bit.
Malfunctionn did put the pressure on, but Lennli got to the right information. However, he couldn't use the 15 seconds to get even closer, but still a bit closer.
Yeah, good one. Good round for sure. As we now head on in to the next one. Malfunctionn still with the lead off of that great round a couple of rounds back, as this to me seems like a somewhat unique location as well.
Yeah, it's saying Glacier County. I don't know how helpful that is, but we are in New Zealand. So far, we have a couple signs. And we see them going on the map, starting to scan for it. We have a mountain ridge along the road, which you see along the west coast a lot. But to be fair, there are a lot of mountain ranges in New
Yeah.
Zealand. But especially with this rainy coverage, like that's a bit distinct looking for the west coast.
Let's see, Lennli, first one to lock in this time around. I was
Ooh,
gonna say wants to
Malfunctionn
put
got
some
two
pressure
very good
on,
signs there.
but yeah, good intel to go by. Extra 15 seconds to work with. Got really good for in previous rounds. This time around, a bit far north, but I mean, again, they're 2 kilometers apart. It's gonna be minimal.
It's really nothing.
They both have the road lined up there as well. So good job on both of them. As we now head into the next one. Once again, miles out into the open.
We are indeed, but with this, again, the season, the vegetation, those random mountains all around, looks very much like Ulan-Ude region. And they both end up being there actually a bit further east, but Lennli right on it.
Right on, right on. Finally, a solid strike back.
That's a good chunk of points for them both being in the right region there.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes in these very open areas. A lot of kilometers between them. As we head into round 7, this game has gone by pretty quickly, and now with Lennli starting to claw back, it's looking closer and closer to even. He's sat around 700 points down now, but with 4 times multipliers in big areas like this, even as you said before, I mean, even if you're in the same region, this could be dangerous.
It could be, and we see Malfunctionn
a lot of readjustments
all over the place. She did start in Amapa, but now
where are we going?
It's going a bit further southeast in Para. They both end up being there, and it's right in between them. Malfunctionn just a tiny bit closer.
Nice readjustment there in the last couple of seconds. Could have probably, honestly, been game had she not opted to swing back towards southeast earlier. But able to stay afloat now as we continue forth. Round 8 is upon us. And where does this one take us, Silotris?
Bulgaria, with those concrete hook poles painted white on the bottom, is usually a clue for Romania, but you can also see it in other countries. In this case, Bulgaria.
Both there. Again, extra couple of seconds for Malfunctionn to readjust.
I don't know if they're trying to align the mountains. Malfunctionn switched to the north, suddenly out of nowhere. I don't know what she saw, but that is a great region, guess. That is a great region, guess.
Like to see it. Lennli now under pressure here. 2,500 health left to work with. 2 rounds left to play as we get to the snowy location in America.
We do have snow. By default, you usually either guess Michigan or Fargo.
Well, you know what? I like
Dakota.
This because I earlier said whoever goes North Dakota, and it seems like both of them are going to do it this time
And
around.
we have a Fargo guess. I love that guess after saying it is Fargo, and it is indeed Fargo. Malfunctionn knows. And that's almost game, but Lennli
He's alive.
is barely alive with 157.
2 rounds left to play. What are you hoping for here if you're Lennli? It's round 10. You need a massive country, and well, you've been given that, but is the region too easy to lock down? He's trying to put the pressure on now. He needs Malfunctionn to make a big error in order to win this one.
Definitely, and Malfunctionn is checking those license plates. We saw a yellow license plate, which looked a bit off for me.
Where are we? What are we working with? Nope, it's not going to be enough.
Enough.
It's not going to be enough. He's going to lose it. Lennli falls. Malfunctionn out victorious here in game number 1.
What a great game. What a great game.
That was close. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Definitely. Lennli was putting on the pressure on some rounds. Maybe knowing that Malfunctionn is more of a moving player. But honestly, she didn't care about it. She still managed to always get the right region down. And on those rounds where you had the sweet informations on the signs.
And the last second readjustments as well.
Yep,
I mean,
definitely.
oftentimes you see those readjustments kind of come out to bite you, and you end up losing because of it, because you start second guessing yourself. But in her case, I mean, all the 3-4 times she did it, she only got closer.
Yeah, if you just go back and watch the game summaries and look at the final guesses, you have a way different feeling of how the game went than if you actually watched it.
Yes,
Because
for
while
sure.
watching, you see how unsure Malfunctionn was on the Brazil round, for example. He was switching all over the place, but ended up being right with Lennli. And that's something you don't really get the feel for if you only look at the summary.
Exactly.
So
Blue
shout out to
and
all the
red
people out
card.
here watching along those games. It looks like Western Australia, maybe?
Is there any
But
blue
with
and
this
red
car,
car
it could
meta?
be...
We go
no,
back
you
to
see
Adelaide
that...
again? That's like the 9th time we've been in Adelaide.
I'm not so sure this time. It
Guys,
looks
give us
weird.
something else. Lennli is going by the stats. We've been there so many times, we might as well go back again, but not to be. Not this time around as a big hit comes through. Malfunctionn, looking to try and make this a 2-0 game.
Yeah, it did look sandy again, but everything else, I don't know. It could have been, but by chances you go Western Australia there, especially with the red soil and the overall landscape. So he has to do something crazy here.
Oh, yeah.
He has to somehow turn it around
A lot of
after
signs.
this good lead from Malfunctionn in round 3 already.
A lot of signs available here for them both to work with, but the issue is it's a lot of parking lot signs and roundabout signs. It's not really anything too telling of the exact location they're in.
It is very green and mountainous,
True,
so
true.
we should be in the north of Spain. Especially with this...
Lennli looks
I mean, what's Spain specific here is...
I mean, this... If
First off, the sign doesn't have a border.
If
or the
Malfunctionn
sign.
is right on this could be game. She was a lot further east earlier, now looking towards Oviedo.
They're pretty far apart from each other, though, considering the fact that they are both in the north.
One is west, one is east. Who's gonna get it? It's gonna be even
It's
further east,
all
northeast
the way
side of
east.
Barcelona. And Lennli
Wow.
is struck out. Malfunctionn flawless in the no-move game. 3 rounds in, and it's a 2-0 victory for Malfunctionn.